Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to create this gorgeous blouse using a very simple and easy pattern. Despite being beginner friendly, it gives a super elegant and classy look. The blouse features a deep V-neck in the front and a neatly covered back. For this project, I am using 100% fine cotton yarn. As you can see on the packaging, it recommends using 2 to 3 mm crochet hook, but I'll be using a 3.5 mm crochet hook to achieve a slightly softer and more comfortable finish. Before we start the process, we need just one measurement, which is the round bust measurement. Once you have that, divide it by 2. Since we are making a front opening blouse, we will take 1/4 of the round bust measurement to begin work on the front panel. We will start by making the foundation chain. Begin with the slip knot. Insert the hook and gently tighten the loop. Now start making your chains. My quarter round bust measurement is 8 inches. So I'm making a 7-inch long chain. Also make sure the total number of chain is even and not odd. Always remember to make your chains about 1 inch shorter than your actual quarter bust measurement because crochet tend to stretch over time. For the next round, we will be working single crochet stitches in every chain. To begin, make 1 chain, then insert your hook into the first chain, yarn over, pull the yarn through and complete a single crochet. I will be repeating this few more times so you can clearly see how the single crochet stitch looks. Continue working single crochet stitches all the way till the end of the row. After completing the single crochet round, flip your project. For the next round, start by making 3 chains. Yarn over and work a double crochet into the next chain. Again, yarn over and make another double crochet in the same chain. Next, skip 1 chain and make an increase in the following chain by working 2 double crochet stitches into the same chain. An increase simply means placing 2 stitches in 1 chain. This is how the pattern will look, and we need to continue this sequence all the way till the end of the row. Make sure not to do an increase in the last chain. For the final stitch, simply yarn over and make 1 double crochet. Now flip the project again and start the next round with 3 chains. Yarn over and make a double crochet in the next chain. Continue repeating the same process for a few more rounds following the same pattern. After completing 6 rounds, place the pattern on your body to check the exact point where you want the V neckline to begin. For me, I feel I need 2 more rounds before I start the neckline. So even though this is my 6th round, I will add 2 additional rounds before shaping the neckline. Using the same process, I will continue increasing for 2 more rounds. Once that's done, we will start working on the neckline. Flip the project and begin with 3 chains. Now look very carefully, yarn over and make a decrease in the next chain. I am using an invisible decrease here because I think for this project, invisible decrease works the best. After that, yarn over and again make a double crochet in the same chain. Then continue following the usual pattern till the end of the row. Because we are decreasing at the neckline, the side seam will have an odd number of chains. So at the side seam, work a double crochet into the second last chain, and instead of increasing, make one more double crochet into the last chain. Now flip the project and continue working double crochet stitches as usual. When we reach the neckline area, you will notice that the number of chains is even. Here we will follow the regular process, make one increase, and in the last chain, work only one double crochet. Flip the project again and start the row with 3 chains. Once more, make one invisible decrease and then continue with the pattern for few more rounds. After working 2-3 rounds, you can clearly see the front opening and the neckline taking shape. The V-neck formation will be clearly visible at this stage. After working a few more rounds, place the project on your body to check if it's long enough to start shaping the armhole. Once you are satisfied with the length, we will continue decreasing the neckline as usual and at the same time begin forming the armhole. Flip the project and make sure you are starting from the side seam. Begin with 3 chain and then make a decrease in the next chain. Continue working the round following the neckline decrease pattern. When you reach the armhole side again, stop before the last 5 chains. Skip 1 chain, then make a decrease in the next chain. After completing the decrease, yarn over and work a double crochet in the same chain, and then skip the last 2 chains. Flip the project and continue the same decreasing process in the following rows. After a few rounds of decreasing on both sides, this section becomes the side seam. This part here is the neckline and this one is the armhole. Once you are satisfied with the shoulder length of your blouse, stop decreasing and simply continue working the pattern straight until it reaches the shoulder. After completing one side of the front panel, this is how it should look. For now, the neckline looks neat and well shaped, and the armhole also looked very promising. Using the exact same process, we now need to make another panel just like this for the other side of the front. After finishing both the front panels, now let's move on to the back panel, which is very easy to make. For the back, create a panel that is 2 inches less than half of your round bust measurement. Work the same number of rounds as the front panel before starting the armhole shaping. Once that's done, we will begin making the armhole for the back using the same decreasing method. Start the row with 3 chains, yarn over and make a decrease in the next chain. Then continue following the usual pattern till the end of the row. On the opposite side, stop before the last 5 chain. Skip 1 chain, then make a decrease in the next chain and skip the final 2 chains. Flip the project, start again with 3 chain, then make 1 decrease. Continue repeating this process the same number of times as you did for the front panel. After finishing the armhole shaping, just simply continue working on the project without any increase or decrease. Stop before the last 2 rounds because we still need to shape the back neckline. To begin the back neck, start with 3 chains, yarn over and make an increase in the next chain using double crochet. Repeat this increase the same number of times as you did for the front panel. After that, work 3 half double crochet. And then continue with single crochet stitches for the remaining stitches. This is how it looks after completing 1 round, and this is how it looks after finishing the entire back panel. Now all that's left is to join all the panels together, make the sleeves in the same way and finish them off with some scallop detailing. That's all for today. We will meet again in part 2. Make sure to comment if you have any question, and for now, bye bye.